This right next to me is the real deal. You asked for it and you got it. A supercharged V8 truck from the factory. Yep, the 2023 Raptor R. And I'm here at Silver Lake Sand Dunes in Michigan. And I'm gonna put this truck to the first test. Sand dune climbs, moguls, and whoops, and jumping. And of course, a bit of 0 to 60 and maybe even a drag race. So stay tuned for this. I really want to see how this truck behaves in the real world. And also, in my opinion, how it compares to the Ram TRX. Let's go. See that bulge in the hood right there? The vent, it's now bigger and taller because it hints at what lies within. And look at that motor, 5.2 liter Predator supercharged V8. Oh, it's pretty warm. And it's been tuned for truck duty, of course. The rating is 700 horsepower and 640 pound-feet of torque. The torque comes in at around 4250 RPM. Kind of, well, it's pretty good. But it's kind of a screamer too. Maximum horsepower is at about 6600 RPM. So, well, let's hear it. This is what we've been waiting for from the factory. Let's do exhaust note. So first, why did Ford choose to come to Silver Lake Sand Dunes for the first drive? Well, it's because the Raptor is really meant for open spaces, especially a V8 Raptor. And this is what we're trying to figure out. Horseshoe time. Oh yeah, I probably needed more speed there. But you need power and speed flotation. That's what you need big power for in the real world as far as off-road world is concerned. I need to go one more time because I didn't do a very good job on the first one. Hopefully yes, that's more proper. So not sliding sideways as much and really keeping momentum and coming over. Also here at Silver Lakes, this is where manufacturers come to test their trucks to begin with. And this is where we get to play with the new Raptor. And this is where you need the power because okay, I don't want to pop a bead. That was not very smart. I was going sideways into that dune. That probably was not the smartest thing I could have done. But it's just a lot of fun. Holy moly. Yes, the EcoBoost Raptor is nice, but the sound that this V8 gives off and just the power and the torque it gives off, it's quite special. So I asked the Ford engineers why 37s only on the Raptor R, and they said clearance, and maximum clearance on this truck is 13.1 inches. And yeah, I wanted to do a rooster and then didn't quite get it done. So, and of course it's important to have big tires to accomplish this task. So here's a closer look. Of course, the Raptor R starts life as a third generation Ford Raptor. And that means it's a crew cab, shorter bed, about 5.5 footer, and still the very stout frame. And of course, multi-link rear suspension with coils, I'll show you in a second. And it's also, the only way you can get it from the factory is on 37s. Let's take a closer look at the tires. The tire, of course, is a BF Goodrich all-terrain KO2. Like I said, 37-inch diameter, 12.5 inches wide. It's a pretty large and heavy tire. And this wheel is a beadlock capable wheel. And you can see this actually, the silver beadlock ring is not just for show. It's actually functional right now for sand, and the tires are aired down to about 16 or 15 psi. So Ford prepared these trucks. They put the tires in the beadlock position for the sand. So we have the ultimate traction today. So obstacle number 1 was the horseshoe area, just a little bit of fun. Obstacle number 2, it's the Dune Climb. And this is a challenge because you have to judge the amount of speed you have so you can crest the top of the dune, but not too much that you are dangerously flying over the top. Obviously requires a little bit of experience. I haven't climbed this dune before, and the person in front of me is also struggling a bit. But this is where the engine and the power come on. Of course, I'm in 4 high, Baja mode, and this engine is very unique for a truck, I would say, in my opinion. It just revs so quickly, and the RPM is so high. The rev limiter is at about 67 or above, 6,700 RPM or above. So that is quite interesting. So that guy cleared it. So let me try it now and see if I can make it, because there's no telling how fast I need to go in order to kind of clear this area. And then, ooh, okay, I need my cameras. Okay, I did it in one go. I carried enough momentum. Woohoo! Yes! Awesome. Yeah, you gotta just hit it just right. This engine, though, it is the Predator. It is related to the GT500. It revs fast. As I tackle the next dune, you're probably wondering, well, how does the Raptor R compare to the TRX? Well, the TRX is not here for this event. We'll have to do that in Colorado. But one thing I can tell you about this engine, oof, almost went over this dune in the wrong way. What I can tell you about this engine is, in my opinion, it revs quicker than the big Hellcat 6.2 liter in the Ram. So the character of this engine is a little bit different. And I feel like I can be up in the power range a lot quicker and just keep moving on. I got stuck. Okay. Ouch. Whew. Okay. So now we come to the question of suspension and the shocks. The Raptor R is still rolling on 3.1-inch Fox live valve shock technology with jounce protection and adjustments on compression. But you could argue the Ram TRX with Bilstein Blackhawk E2 shocks may have superior shock technology. But in order to figure out the difference between the two, I would say you really have to be a professional off-road racer, because for most conditions like we're on now, it's really difficult to discern really the benefits of one versus the other. Obviously, they both have really jounce protection. Basically, that means when you compress them completely and you're, say, jumping, bottoming out, then you're offering, you have that better bottom out feeling instead of hitting the axle on the frame, basically on the bump stops. So that's a unique question that we'll explore at the jump, which is the next obstacle. This is also a quite expensive truck. I'll tell you the price in a minute, but that also means it's a luxurious truck, not only an off-road performer. And they kind of blacked out most of the interior. You can see these Recaro seats, high bolsters. They just hold you in. I like the seat quite a lot. Of course, unique steering wheel for the Raptor with stitching. Of course, 12 o'clock marker here as well. And you can see a lot of special touches with code orange throughout the truck, including the R that's on the center console and on the seats. Let's wake up the beast again. There it is, the Predator comes to life. Return to Baja, yes please. If you know Ford trucks, you've seen this before. They have multitudes of modes. So once again, for the Raptor R, you have rock crawl, Baja, off-road, normal, sport, towing, and slippery. So today I'm mostly going to be playing between Baja mode and sport mode for acceleration. And in most of these modes, including sport, it defaults to either four-wheel drive high, like it is now, or 4 auto, because there's so much power, they say, that they kind of changed the tuning on some of the modes from other Raptors, where sometimes other Raptor and other Ford F-150s may default to two-wheel drive in some of these modes. In the Raptor R, you're going to full four-wheel drive auto or 4 high, depending on what you're doing. And of course, if you're crawling, also 4 low. And of course, there is a rear selectable locker right there, but no front torsion limited slip differential. Ford says they're in the front, they're using, for the Raptor R, they're using brake distribution to control traction. Like I said before, I have never been to Silver Lake Sand Dune State Park, but with Onyx Off-Road, I have a really great satellite map, and I can use Apple CarPlay from my phone, from my app, and I can check out this area right there. So I think that's pretty cool, and I can see where the private areas are and where I can go. Check them out using the link below in the description. TFL code gets you 20% off an annual subscription. This is the jump. This is where everything comes together. Power to get acceleration before the jump, the suspension that's working together, the attitude of the truck has to be just right so it doesn't try to nosedive. So everything comes together, including of course the shocks and the jounce protection and the full bottom out protection that they offer. So, and the height sensors, they're supposed to tell the truck how much air it's getting. They said between 50 and 55. So let me see how this feels. Okay, that felt pretty good. I think I need to go a little bit faster. Okay, I think I got a little bit of air there. That was nice. And super nice landing. I did not feel jostled around. Very, very smooth. That was nice. All right, so now the next thing I'm gonna do is 0 to 60 on sand. So I'm in Baja mode, 4-wheel drive high. I know this is not ideal situation for ultimate 0 to 60, but this is about fun, right? I have my Solid DL GPS device ready, and I have other Raptors around me, but my track is clear. So let me boost it up a little bit. About 1500 RPM. see the time. 7.24. That is on sand with wheel spin. This truck just spools up so fast. Oof, lots of ruts here. So these trucks have been running the dunes all day, every day, especially with this beadlock tire. And I love all the gauges that they offer. There's a lot of information. You can glean your status, all the temperatures, and numeric too. So I really love that, because you can really keep tabs on what's happening with your truck in every different way. Power distribution, rear locker, oil life, driver assistance features, and you can customize it. And there's of course a new R button. You can customize your modes, and you could hold down the R and basically select and set your My mode and customize it just the way you like it. Of course, you do have cameras, especially in Baja mode. It's showing me the front camera, but I could change it, select different views. Of course, there's additional cameras for towing. Lots of different options. I love that. There's also trail control and one pedal driving. There's a button up here, basically off-road slow speed cruise control. And there's also, let me see, and there's also trail turn assist for making tight turns, where it will drag one tire for you. Of course, no off-road review would be complete without talking about approach, departure, and breakover angles. The Raptor on 37s actually has a quite good approach angle, about 33 degrees. I'm kind of trying to demonstrate that now. The breakover is close to 25 degrees in the center, and then departure is around, once again, 25 degrees. So there are times that you might be able to touch your rear hitch or maybe an exhaust pipe, but here in the sand dunes that doesn't matter. It's nice and soft. But you want those angles, at least that in my opinion, or even higher, to have a premium off-roader. Alright, so I lined up again Clint from Edmunds.com. He's basically in an identical truck to mine, and we're gonna go on a 3 hunks. I don't think it was fair. Hey Clint, I think I had better sand. Do you want to try the other side? Yeah. Weight is very important for trucks, and in this case, this Raptor R has 1,466 pounds of payload, and the gross vehicle weight is 7,450, which means curb weight of this truck is just under 6,000 pounds, which is really, really important because, for example, a Ram TRX curb weight starts at about 6,350. So this truck, because of its aluminum body and bed, weighs less than most other premium off-road trucks. Alright, Ford said there's a little bit of a play area here, so I would say let's play. Alright, a little bit of drifting. basically control it with just a little bit of a touch of your toe. Okay, that was kind of a dig. Oh, yes. Okay. So I guess I started out by saying, hey, let's drive it. Here it's Silver Dunes. Let's compare it to the Ram TRX. And here's my verdict. Oh, wow. My verdict is that the new Raptor R, first of all, is giggle worthy. That's my official rating. Of course, I'm a little bit kidding, but I think the engine combination, the supercharged V8 combined with the suspension system and the 37s, it's just the ultimately capable machine that I wasn't sure what to expect. I knew it was going to sound good. It did. I wasn't sure if it's going to be fun, ultimately fun, but now I know it is because the engine revs so fast. You saw me go through a variety of terrain and yes, smile all the time, giggle-worthy performance. Let me know what you think in the comments below. alltfl.com, all the time. Check it out. I cannot wait to get this truck to Colorado so we can put it on a rocky terrain, do some drag racing with it, and more. Thanks a lot, guys. And I'm not gonna leave you hanging. I know 7.2 seconds, 0 to 60 on sand doesn't mean a lot to most of us. So I'm here on pavement on this closed road and I'm gonna give you a real world acceleration. It's a little bit damp. It hasn't rained in the last half hour, but it rained before. I'm in sport mode, 4-wheel drive auto. Let me brake torque it a little. Okay, let me show you. Let me show you what it did. That was pretty intense. 4.51 right off the bat. Damp road. Okay, just for good measure, one more 0 to 60. A lot of wheel spin. How do I control this beast? It's spinning 37s. 4.4. Oh guys, this is gonna be exciting. Cannot wait to get this truck to Colorado. The TRX does 4.5 seconds on 35s at altitude. This does 4.4s with 37s at a lower altitude. I think this could be neck and neck. They're super, super close.